Let's talk about fractions, specifically how to multiply fractions. Fractions can be pretty tricky, as I'm sure you know, but multiplying them is actually simpler than you may think. Like anything, when you're new at it, you gotta hang in there to figure it out, but I think you may find this a little bit easier. Hey, I wanna say if you like the video, drop a like and a sub. Do you ever get that kind of funny feeling when you're raising your hand in math class and you're not really sure if you have the right answer? My goal is to have that funny feeling go away. I want you to feel more confident when you walk into math class and maybe get an A on your next quiz. That'd be awesome. All right, let's dive into it. All right, multiplying fractions. Very simple. I know fractions can be hard, but trust me, this is probably more simple than you think it would be. Okay, here's the main thing. All you're going to be doing is multiplying the top numbers and the bottom numbers on all of these types of problems. So you're just going to multiply straight across on all of these. Okay, 1 times 1, 2 times 3. Basically multiply your numerators and multiply your denominators, and boom, there you go. Okay, let's see how this plays out on 3 different types of problems. Okay, first we have 1.5 times 2/3. Well, what are you going to do? Multiply your numerators straight across. So 1 times 2, that would be 2. And then we have 2 times 3. Well, that would be 6. So you get 2/6. Okay, and you can reduce this. You probably should. Your teacher will probably yell at you if you don't do that. But for this video, I'm not going to be reducing them just to save some time. So just multiply across on the top and the bottom of your fraction. And you got it. All right, let's take a look at 2/5 times 1/4. Okay, so the numbers do get a little bit bigger, but don't worry, it's still going to be the same process. Okay, so we're going to multiply our numerators, and then we're going to multiply our denominators. Okay, we're not going to mix and match. We're just going to go straight across. Okay, 2 times 1, well, that would be 2. Okay, then I'm going to do 5 times 4. Well, that would be 20. And there we go. And again, we definitely could reduce this out, but I'm not doing that for time. So just multiply straight across on the top and the bottom. Okay, let's take a look at this guy right here. Here I have 6/7 times 3/5. Okay, well, again, my students may see this when they're first learning and go, uh-oh, that number is a little bit bigger. So does that mean it's going to be harder, or will I have to change some things up? Nope, it's going to be the same thing. Okay, so let's multiply our numerators together, and then we're going to multiply our denominators together. Okay, so let's do 6 times 3. That would be 18. Okay, and then I'm going to do 7 times 5. 7 times 5 is 35. Okay, really simple, really simple, and you'll get the hang of it in no time. Now, before I go, I want to show you how sometimes your teacher may want you to write this, and here's how it'll be. Okay, so what you may see is something like this, where you'll rewrite the problem, but you'll just make your fraction bar super long. And the reason your teacher probably wants you to do this is because it kind of isolates it, where now you're just looking at 1 times 2 and then 2 times 3. Okay, you can do that. It would still be the same thing. Okay, it's 2/6. I don't love doing that. I just don't want my students to rewrite it if they don't have to. Okay, but you may see that in textbooks, or you may see that, you know, your teacher may demonstrate it that way. It's fine. It's just the same thing that I'm showing you here. Okay, so don't let that confuse you. They're really just making your fraction bar longer, and it is kind of to help you out there. Okay. Hey, if you like this video, check out my other stuff. I got a good amount of other stuff on fractions, and I try to make it as simple as I can for you because I want you to be successful. All right, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.